Hello, everyone. Hello, beautiful mommies. Hope you all are doing well. It's a bright and beautiful day here, and hope you are having a beautiful day as well. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to see you guys. Today, I'm going to make this session really short. I'm going to get straight to the point, and say what I have to say and leave here so that I don't waste your time. We get what we have to get, and we get going with what we have to do. Please, if you're around, just let me know by sending in a comment or a like. Just write something so I can acknowledge your presence before I actually start. Please just let me know if you're around. If you're around, please leave a comment so I can know who you are. Jolipet Miss Lynn is here. Thank you so much for being there. Despite your busy schedule, thank you so much for being there. She says, hello, Mani. Hello, my dear. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to go very fast today. I didn't bring my light out here because I want to make this really, really fast. And thank God the natural light is fair on me today. Yeah, the screen is very, very clear. So I'm going to be announcing the winners of the quiz. It was a very, very complicated one, because a lot of people were answering and giving so many long answers. I don't know if they're trying to set a question for us as well, or they're trying to make us start to search within their answers to get the answer. But I'm going to try as much as possible to pick out the winners so that we can go on. And there'll be more wonderful sponsors, and there'll be a lot of gifts to be won. If you're not participating, I don't know why, because here there are no losers. If you're afraid of losing, you either win or you learn. That's the good thing about it. So I'm going to go right into our topic. I hope some other people join us along the line. But even if no one joins us, the good thing about videos online is that someday some woman is going to drop on this video and she's going to learn one thing or the other. I can see another person. Please leave a comment and try to share this video so your friends can actually watch it, because a lot of women out there are going through this particular problem. Though, yes, there are women who don't want to get pregnant fast, and you can use these tips. The good thing is you can use these tips to prevent unwanted pregnancies, and you can also use the tips to get healthier babies. While I was doing research on this topic, I discovered a lot, and I was like, what's going on? Like, there's a lot that women do not know. So I just thought of sharing this because I believe it's going to help someone, even if it's not today, even if it's in 10 years time. I love social media because these videos will always be there and it's going to help someone. Thank you so much, Miss Lynn. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please, if you're here, try to share this video because this is obviously going to help someone somewhere, someday. Okay, I'm going to go right into the topic. I understand that it is God who gives children, right? We all know that it is God who gives children. But the same way which because we know that God protects us, we will not go and enter in the middle of the road and think that, okay, we will not get knocked by cars because God is protecting us. It's the same way which, though we know that God is the giver of children, if you can do a little or one or two things to improve your chances of getting those children, then it is good for you to try. Because if you are trying to get pregnant and it is getting difficult, then you need to do as much as you can. See your doctor, do the little things which you can. This video is unfortunately not for ladies who didn't have any stress getting pregnant, because these things which I'm going to say, which might be affecting someone and making them not get pregnant, maybe you were doing these things and you still got pregnant. So if you did do these things which I'm talking about, or you didn't avoid the things which I'm going to say that we should avoid, and you got pregnant, it just means that you are one in a few, or you are the few who don't have problems with these things. It doesn't mean that you should judge and say, I was doing these things and I got pregnant. There's someone who is doing those things and that reduces their chances of getting pregnant. So right away, we are going to get into the topic of the day. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm always so delighted to share some information, and I would like to give a little disclaimer here to let you know that I'm no medical professional. I'm just a mom who reads a lot, and I like looking for information. And I'm just giving you information which I have studied and learned and researched from other people who have tried them and it worked for them. Most times I ask a lot of questions to doctors and people in the medical field because I want to improve my own mental capacity so that I could help someone someday. But all the things I say here are for educational purposes, and before you try any one of them, try to consult with your medical caregiver because they understand your particular situation very well and they can give you better advice before you try these things. Please, everyone who is around, I can see Lady Maureen smile. Please try to share so that we can help a lady somewhere. Okay, I'm going to go right into the topic. I don't want to be here for more than 30 minutes. I'm going to try to wrap this up in 30 minutes so I don't waste your time and I don't waste my time. As mothers, we have a lot to do. So I'd like to give you a small fact which I got while doing this research. And it's funny because most times we think as women that as far as you're having, hey, let me say this. If your children are around, please, can you please shift them? Or maybe turn your volume a little lower, because today we're talking about pregnancy. We're going to be talking a lot about sex. So please, this is not for kids. So if your kids are around, can you please shift them or reduce your volume so we can talk big people's talk? Okay, please do remember to share and let's go right into the topic. So a lot of us women think that as far as you're having sexual intercourse with a fertile man, you would get pregnant. But research shows that for the number for in a month, you have just 25%, 20 to 25% probability of getting pregnant. So can you imagine? It's not as easy to get pregnant as we think because I'm sorry for the noise you're getting. I'm sure they are going to be finished soon. I was trying to get a position which is okay for the kids because they are still napping, and a position which the lighting is okay so that you ladies can see me well and you can hear me well, and we can do this fast as possible. So I'm trying to fill my water. My throat is already getting dry. Okay, I was saying that research has shown that actually there's just 20 to 25% of you getting pregnant, even when you actually have sexual intercourse within your fertile window. That is like a mind-blowing information because us as ladies feel that as far as you're having intercourse, you'll get pregnant. But the chances are really, really slim. And it is also said from this research that couples who are trying to get pregnant between the first 6 months will have 80% chance of getting pregnant. But and between the first 12 months, the chances will increase to 85%. But after 12 months, the chances drop drastically. And if you've been having unprotected sex for more than 12 months and you're not getting pregnant with your partner, it's time for you to see your doctor, not just the woman. Because I understand that when a couple is married and maybe they have made a year, people are expecting to hear that you've given birth. And when the woman doesn't get pregnant, all fingers point to her. That is the main reason why I'm talking about this today to women. Because I know that the society points it to us. It's always our fault. But please, if you've stayed in marriage for 12 months and above without being pregnant, or being pregnant and getting miscarriages over and over, it's time to visit your doctor. Don't wait longer, because the earlier your doctor discovers your problem, the earlier they can solve it. So if you've been 12 months or more having unprotected sex with your partner and you've not gotten pregnant, please try to see your doctor. But you can try some of these things, but while you try them, you have to be consistent. Because for you to understand your system, you have to be consistent. So today we are going to try to talk about tips to optimize your natural fertility. We are going to be talking about some drugs and some other things which you can take to optimize your natural fertility. But everything here is for natural pregnancy, not the other types of ways to get pregnant. So we are going to be talking about how to get pregnant fast. For letter F, we'll talk about fitness. For letter A, we'll talk about things for you to avoid. So letter A stands for avoid. For letter S, it will be sex. For letter T, it will be getting the right timing to get pregnant. So I would like to go right into it because, as I said before, I don't want to make more than 30 minutes here. So I would like to let you know that fitness contributes a lot to you getting pregnant. Most times I preach about fitness, about sports, you eating healthy, and you trying to optimize your overall fitness, not just because it's going to get you in shape and it's going to make you look beautiful, it's going to give you that flat tummy, maybe it's going to, I don't know. But a lot of women see it like, okay, I need to start working out when I think I'm fat and I want to lose weight and I want to look beautiful. But fitness does a lot of things to your body which you might not know. The thing is, with fitness, you will not always see the advantages. A lot of the advantages are the things you don't see. Optimizing your natural fitness will help you get pregnant. I sent a post today which said being overweight, obese, or underweight could affect your chances of getting pregnant as a woman. That is very, very true because the research has actually been done on it. Women with BMI over 35 who are obese have who struggle 2 times more. See, if you as a normal woman has 25%, their percentage is far lower, like their percentage drops 2 times more. Their chances of getting pregnant drops 2 times more if you're obese or overweight. Now, excuse me, if you are underweight with BMI less than 19%, your chances of getting pregnant is even harder. So you struggle 4 times longer to get pregnant. This doesn't mean that there are not women who are underweight and women who are obese who will still get pregnant. This is an average which says that most women who are underweight and women who are obese will struggle more to get pregnant. And to put yourself in a good place if you want to get pregnant is to be in the average weight, in the weight which is healthy for you, the average healthy weight for you. I had posted something on BMI, giving you the different ranges on our page. If you have not seen it, please, after this video, you can go ahead and see the ranges of BMI. This is the reason why on the Nyango WhatsApp group, I gave the women an opportunity for them to send me their weight so we could give them their BMI, their weight, their height, and their age, because BMI is calculated with weight, height, and age. So these things are very, very important, not just because you have to look beautiful, but because it helps you in other things in your life. And it also helps you to be in top health. It also helps you to give you a healthy baby. So all these things are very, very important. It's important for you to be in top health, be fit, try to do a little bit of exercise to just keep you in a healthy weight. Also, I would like to say that try to eat healthy. Avoid processed foods, reduce your carbohydrate intake, avoid sugar because sugar increases your insulin levels. In fact, it's just bad for you. Try to get your sugar from fruits and vegetables, and that will be wonderful for you if you're trying to get pregnant. Also, it is advised that if you're trying to get pregnant, you take vitamins, you take multivitamins, vitamins like folic acids. You take it in a quantity of 400 micrograms in a day if you're trying to get pregnant, because normally your eggs will take 3 to 4 months to develop before you actually even get pregnant. So you have to start preparing for pregnancy before you get pregnant. And it is normal that a lot of women find out that they are pregnant 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, at times even 6 weeks into pregnancy before you know you're pregnant. So for the time which you didn't know you're pregnant, your body isn't nourishing that baby enough because they need vitamins. They need vitamin B6, they need vitamin D, they need other vitamins, ions for them to grow well. Like it is the I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. It is the fact that folic acids are not in the bodies of the mothers to nourish their children, which makes children to come out with a lot of deformities. Like we don't know the importance of these things. Most times you go to your midwives and they'll tell you to take certain vitamins, they'll tell you to take ions, they'll tell you to take vitamin D, they'll tell you to take folic acids, but you don't know the reason why. And that is the reason why a lot of mothers will not take them. But these vitamins are very, very important. Folate is what you get from fruits, but the artificially made folic acids is easily absorbed by the body. That is why most times medical personnel advise you as a pregnant woman or a lady who is trying to get pregnant to take folic acids. That is the supplement. So if you're trying to get pregnant, please try to take folic acids, and it's going to help you wonderfully to get pregnant. Okay, on the next point we'll be talking about, it's things to avoid if you're trying to get pregnant. If you're trying to get pregnant, please avoid these three main things. Avoid alcohol, avoid caffeine, and avoid smoking. These three things reduce your chances of getting pregnant. And even when you get pregnant, it increases your chances of miscarriages. So if you can, if you're really looking forward to getting pregnant, try to reduce your intake of alcohol. Try to stop smoking if you can, or reduce the rate at which you smoke if you're a woman who is smoking. And try to reduce your intake of caffeine. Caffeine is found in coffee. Try to reduce your intake of caffeine to maybe a cup a day, because if you're taking more than 5 cups a day, it reduces your chances of getting pregnant, and it also increases your chances of miscarriage. So if you are taking any of these things, please try to avoid them if you're trying to get pregnant. Those are 3 things which you can avoid if you're trying to get pregnant. Please, if you're watching this video, do leave a comment if you're picking up something, and try to share so that this can help other women out there. In the world that we're living right now, which everybody seems to show that they are happy, everybody seems to show like their life is going well, it's difficult to actually stand outside and admit that I'm trying to conceive and I'm having problems conceiving, which I understand very well. So I put this out here. I know a lot of women who are trying to conceive will not come here today to watch, but I know that someday they will meet this video and they'll watch it and they'll take some advice which are going to help them. This is actually a method which was tried by a couple of doctors. Both of them are doctors, and they tried it for 3 months, and by the 3rd month they got pregnant. I think they tried it for that long because for you to get pregnant, you actually need to understand your system, and consistency is what is going to help you so much for you to actually get pregnant. Like tracking and trying to look for a pattern in your period. That is when you know your ovulation and you know your fertile window at the best time, which you stand a chance of getting pregnant. These things are complicated, and you have to try as much as possible to do it over and over and over and over before you actually get it to work for you. You will not get pregnant. Maybe you just want to try this, you try it in a month and you get pregnant. Some people will be that lucky and blessed and they'll get pregnant. But most times you have to try this for 1 month, 2 months, understand your period, understand when you're fertile. Then you can try these things and then they'll work for you. So the things to avoid, I said alcohol, caffeine, and smoking. Thank you, Lady Giselle Itala. She says caffeine is found in Coca-Cola, Pepsi drinks. Yes, in most soft drinks it is found there. Coca-Cola, yes. Coffee, cafe, those things, caffeine is found there. So please try to avoid those things if you're trying to get pregnant. But for this one, I didn't say if you're not trying to get pregnant, you should be taking a lot of caffeine. No, either ways, caffeine is not good for your health, so you should try to reduce them. Okay, I'll go to the next thing, which is sex. The S for the fast is for sex. So now, there are lots of misconceptions when it comes to sex and trying to get pregnant. The first thing that you need to know is there is no position which is scientifically proven to better your chances of getting pregnant. Some people will tell you, hang your legs up, do this and do that. But scientifically, there is no position which has been proven to help people to get pregnant. So do it the way you can, do it the way you're comfortable. And also another thing which is very rampant is orgasm helping people to get pregnant. No, there is no relationship as well. There's no scientifically proven relationship between orgasm and fertility or orgasm helping you to get pregnant. Though it's very important that a woman gets to her orgasm to actually enjoy the action, but there is no scientifically proven research somewhere which shows that orgasm helps a woman get pregnant. But now, I would like to tip in this small point, which is going to help men. If you if you are not ejaculating, like if there's no ejaculation for greater than 5 days, it reduces your sperm count. And if there is no ejaculation for greater than 10 days, it reduces the sperm quality. So if you're trying to get pregnant as a woman, or you're a couple trying to get pregnant, because it's actually two people trying to get pregnant, right? It's not only the woman. If you're trying to get pregnant as a couple, try not to stay above 5 days of you not having intercourse with your partner, because that also helps you guys to get pregnant. So though that is it for sex. And also, if you're using lubricants while having sexual intercourse, I would like to advise that you maybe look at the ingredients very well and read about it, because lubricants usually reduce the mobility of the sperm. Like they make it a little bit hard for sperm to actually swim to where they are supposed to swim to actually fertilize the egg. So if you're using lubricants, please try to reduce them, because they reduce your chances of getting pregnant as well. So that is it for sex. There's no scientifically proven sex position to increase fertility, and orgasm doesn't have any direct relationship with fertility or you getting pregnant. So that is it for sex. So the next thing we are going to talk about is timing. Getting the timing right when you're trying to get pregnant is very, very crucial. Is very, very crucial. One last point for sex: it is advisable that you and your partner meet, like, after the female partner's period ends. It's advisable that you meet every 1 to 2 days for the next 2 weeks to increase your chances of you getting pregnant. But yeah, at the end of it, I'm going to teach you a little how to calculate your ovulation, to know when is your fertile window, so you can try within those periods and it will help you to get pregnant. I'm already late on time, so I'm going to be very fast right now. So for timing, try as much as possible to have as much sex during your fertile window. And the highest chances of you to get pregnant is for you to have sex 1 to 2 days before ovulation begins, or on that particular ovulation day. So now the thing here is for you guys, for you and your partner, to try for there to be sperm which is ready to fertilize the egg when the egg is actually released, because sperm can actually last 3 to 5 days after being released before dying, while an egg can last only 12 to 24 hours after being released before dying. So sperm takes a longer time to live than eggs which we release. So if sperm has already been released before the egg is released, it gives you a greater chance for you to get pregnant. So the timing has to be right. So now, let me say this. How do you get that timing right? Now, it would all depend on your particular menstrual cycle. And this begins to bring something very complicated, because there are women who are much older and very old women who don't still understand how to calculate their menstrual cycle. Today, I'm going to give you a little brief. I don't know if you can see my book. You know, I'm always here with my book, right? It's here again. This one. I'm always here with it. That's where I jot. I try to get all the information down and try to practice before I bring it to you. Okay, so I was trying to sketch something small here. There, yes. If you can see it, can you see the numbers, please? If you can see it, please let me know if you can see them. So I was just trying to plot a 31 days calendar, like a month. For example, the month of May that we are in. So how do you know that you're fertile? You have 31 days in your calendar. And most times we talk about the menstrual cycle. We have to understand that the menstrual cycle starts on the first day of your period. My camera is in the mirror reflection, so it's going to be hard for me to see what I'm doing. So your menstrual cycle starts on the first day of your period. Say your period started on the 1st. It starts on the first day of your period. I'm just going to drop this for now, because I'm going to talk about this more next week. Next week, the 28th, is next week the 28th? Yes, I think. Next week, Friday, the 28th of May, or the 28th of May, if next week Friday is not the 28th. The 28th of May is National Menstrual Hygiene Day. And on that day, I'm going to be teaching you everything about your period. I decided to dedicate that day to period. Since it's menstrual hygiene day, I decided to teach how to calculate your menstrual cycle, everything you need to know about your menstrual cycle, menstrual hygiene from the perspective of the 5 P's. I'll be teaching all that next week Friday. So if you're having issues, very good. I was about to recommend that. Thank you so much, Lady Giselle. Flow app is the best. Like, I used to use it. I don't use it anymore, but Flow app is really good. If you look at my book, I have it written down here for apps which I wanted to suggest for you guys. So ovulation is really, really complicated. If you can use an app, then that's great. You can use either Flow app, FLO, Flow app, or you can use Baby Center. Baby Center is mostly used, yes, when you're trying to conceive or when you're pregnant or you're trying to track how your baby is growing. Baby Center is a good app to use. But Flow is great because if you just put in your first day of your period, it's going to track everything for you. And there you can see a pattern, the pattern which your system is trying to create. So if you're trying to calculate it alone with your calendar, start from the first day of your period to maybe if you're having a 28-day cycle, your second period will come on the 28th day. If you're having a 35-day cycle, your period will come the next month on a certain day. Just try to count the numbers like that. And when you get the numbers right, like when you can plot 2 months, you have to track this for about 3 months or more, 3 to 6 months, actually get a real pattern which you can use to get pregnant, right? But if you're using an app, it's a little bit easier. But you know that it's your system. Even an app could be wrong sometimes. So you get the first day that your period starts this month. Say your period came in 1st of May, and you're trying to get pregnant. And say your next period comes, just try to track it on your calendar. To do it yourself, you don't need so much. You just need a calendar and a pen. And let's say your next period comes on the 31st day. That means you have a 31-day cycle. You try to count, you subtract 14 days from that 31, and it would reach somewhere around the 17th day, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the 17th day. Yes, the 17th day, that is your ovulation day. That is the particular day you're ovulating. Now, to be on the safe side, it is usually advised to count 2 to 3 days behind and 2 to 3 days in front. So I'll take up my calendar once more. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. So this is, my camera is dealing with me. This is the first day your period came, and then your period came again on the 31st day. So if you subtract 14 days, you should be around day 17 here. And you count 1, 2, and 3 days behind. And you come back and you count from 17, 1, 2, and 3 days in front. So from day 14 to day 20 is your fertile window. That is quite a large window. So you can just try to meet with your partner within those days, and it increases your chances of getting pregnant. So those are the days. Day 17 is your actual ovulation day if you're having a 31-day cycle. If you're having a 28-day cycle, this is going to be different. This is why I said you need to understand your own cycle. If you're having a 28-day cycle, you just need to subtract 14 from that 28, and you'll be somewhere around the 14th day of the month, and that is your particular ovulation day. So you have to try to have sex 1 to 2 days before that day so that there is sperm there ready to fertilize the egg immediately it comes out. Like, the race for the sperm to fertilize the egg is actually a very competitive race. And immediately once sperm gets inside, the egg kind of makes itself in a way that the others can't enter anymore. But with the acidity of the mucus that is around the vagina, it could kill a lot of the sperm. That is why the sperm as well needs to be very, very healthy. Very, very healthy. So the woman needs to be eating healthy. The man needs to be eating healthy. You guys need to incorporate fitness into your life. You guys just have to be healthy somehow to give you guys a better chance of getting pregnant. So again, There are actually many ways for you to track your ovulation. You could actually use an app, for example, the Flow app that Lady Giselle Itala talked about, which is the one which I also jotted here to tell you ladies about. You can use Baby Center, which is also an app. You can track your temperature. This one calls for a lot of work. You check your temperature early in the morning when you're still in bed, when you're relaxed. You try to check your temperature every morning, and you realize that when you are ovulating, your temperature will be maybe 0.5 degrees or 1 degree higher during the period which you're ovulating. And after you finish ovulating, it's going to drop. So that's another way you can track that with your temperature. You can use the natural way, your calendar. You can use, there are kits out there which you can use to test to know if you are ovulating. Because when you're ovulating, there's a particular substance which is secreted in your urine, which is high at that point, so it indicates in that kit. You could also check your vaginal mucus during the time which you're ovulating. Your mucus is really, really clear and slimy, like egg white, and you can actually pull till about 8 to 10 centimeters, and you see it pull like okra. Yes, like the liquid from okra is actually that slimy. So those are the things which you can do. Those are simple things which you can do to increase your chances of getting pregnant. As I said before, next week we are going to talk all about menstrual cycle, your menses, and everything which you need to know about menstrual hygiene. Please be here to learn. Bring your little girls. If you know a 12 years old, an 11 years old, they don't know these things, and they'll be very grateful to you. At least use your phone to help them to learn these things. So those are things that you can do to get pregnant. And to improve your chances of getting pregnant, try to have sex, as I said before, after the female partner's period ends. Try to have sex 1 to 2 days or every day within the first 2 weeks. So that is what I brought for you today. Take your multivitamins. Eat fruits which have a lot of folic acid, fruits and vegetables which have a lot of folic acids. But for our topic today, the things which you can do to optimize your natural fertility are: number one, optimize your general body fitness. Number two, avoid alcohol, caffeine, and smoking. Number three, just have sex at the right time and you're going to get pregnant. And number four, get the right timing. Try as much as possible to do it within your fertile window, and I believe God is going to bless you. If you're a mother out there who is looking for a child, I always put you guys in my prayers, and I pray that the God who blessed me with two is going to bless you with a child as well. And just give your heart desire so that to make you a happier person, because I cannot understand the pain of not having a child, but I know the joy of having children. So I want you to feel that joy, and I just want you to feel that joy. And I believe that God is going to reach you at the point of your need. So at this point, I'm going to announce the winners. I'm already a little bit late. I wanted to leave here by 30 minutes, but I'm a little bit late right now. Please, on the quiz, I would like to say this. When we ask a question on the quiz, try as much as possible to give your answers as straight to the point as you can. And the thing is, for people who don't watch the videos, immediately we read your answers, we know that you didn't watch it. If you went and Googled it, we know obviously that you went to Google and you got your answers from Google. Because if you watch the video, I will watch this video about 4 times, no matter how long it is, before we'll post a question, so that immediately somebody gives their answers, I can immediately know if your answer is correct or wrong. Most times the answers won't be wrong, but you might not be answering the question that we asked. You might be giving an answer which is too long, or you're using other things which were not asked. So if we asked you to, for example, the question for this week was, name 3 birth control methods, stating 1 example for each. And today I'm going to be very, very strict. We're very, very strict at picking the winners who gave exactly these answers. Because when you write a whole essay, it's a lot of work for the people working behind the team to choose who wins these things, because it's like you're setting a question for us as well, right? So you leave a very long answer and we have to start digging into to pick the answers. Now, let me give the answers in this video. 3 birth control methods. You can either say natural method, hormonal method, chemical method. Those are 3. Natural, hormonal, chemical. Those are 3. There are many, many more from what our midwife told us about, but I would not like to state all of them here. I'm looking through my book because I was jotting that day, which she was teaching us. Okay, I got it. And there are hormonal method, barrier method, chemical method, natural method, and mechanic method. I think those are 5 methods that are stated. If you did not state those methods, please, the methods like that, then yes, of course. I just got a question from Lady Giselle that can someone reclaim the prize of someone not around? Yes, of course. The people who went and claimed the prizes of the last winners, 2 of them, the last winners, 2 of them were not around. One is very far, she's not in Limbe, and one is in Germany. So they sent people to claim their prizes for them. That is the good thing about it. So you can win a prize, and maybe you send your mom or your sister or your friend, and it will be so, so beautiful for them to enjoy such a prize. So, on to the winners of our quiz. As I said before, the methods are hormonal, which with hormonal you have Cyanopress and others which are injectables which last 3 months. You have Jadel, you have Implanonex, you have pills. Now, for barrier methods, this is the only method that prevents STDs as well, and you have condoms. Now, for chemical methods, you have spermicide, which maybe your partner rubs on his private part before intercourse, or you apply on your vagina after intercourse, and it kills the sperm. For natural methods, you have the calendar, you have withdrawal method, which is called coitus interruptus. Yeah, I think I still have the name in my head. For mechanic methods, you have the intrauterine device, you have the patch, and others. So that is typically where they had to take the answers from. So we actually chose people who gave these answers straight to the point. And the first winner, please, she gave her answers in so many comments, but because they came in time, we chose her as the first prize winner. She is Jam Meekness on Facebook. That is her name, which she used to answer these questions. She's Jam Meekness on Facebook, and she goes away with a Catishine kit, which includes their glow oil, their shower gel, and their black soap. Wow, I can imagine that's such a beautiful set. If you see the comments that people are giving about Cat Shine products, you'll be so happy if you're the first prize winner of this particular product because you're going to glow naturally. So the next person who won a prize, who won the second prize, which is if I'm not mistaken, the glow oil and a lip balm, is Tambed Dorcas. A lot of answers came in, but please, again, I would like to say on behalf of the Nyango team that we choose people who gave their answers straight to the point and people who could actually see the answers there. When we say three methods, state the 3 methods and give the 3 examples short and simple. We are going to be choosing these answers, people, we choose these 3 people very strictly to set a correction to the others who maybe are writing the long essay. These questions are not essay questions which require explanation. They require simple, short answers which are easy to pick the winner. So the next person who was very close to giving the right answer, and she gave her answer on time, though it was really mixed up, is Lady Inda Sonita. She won the last quiz, and this time again, she's winning this particular quiz, and that is very good of her. So we have the first winner, Lady Jam Meekness. That is her name on Facebook. That is the name in which she used to answer the quiz. The second prize winner, Lady Tambe Dorcas. And the third prize winner, Lady Inda Sonita. If you actually win prizes 6 times in a row, you'll get a bigger prize from Inyango. So if you are on the quiz every time and you can succeed to win either first, second, third, just win a prize 6 times in a row, then you get a very, very big surprise package from Inyango. So those were our winners for the quiz. Thank you so much for participating. Don't forget to participate next week, Thursday. There are always a lot of gifts to be won. On the Inyango quiz, as I say, there are no losers. We either win or we learn. So if you're not participating, I don't know what you're doing, because if you're not winning, you're learning. So thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you, Lady Giselle Itala. Thank you, Jolipet Miss Lynn. Let me try to acknowledge the others. I don't know who else was on here. Thank you so much, Lady Maureen Smile. And thank you all so much who participated on the quiz. And please do not forget to participate next week, because if you participate, you stand a greater chance to win. And I would like to let you know that until the winner is announced, you still have a chance of winning. So I see people coming to comment, oh, I'm late, after like 30 minutes after the quiz. What? You still stand a chance. Like the results will be announced like 24 hours after that particular time. So why do you say you're late? Drop in your answer. You never know, you might win something. Or if you do not win, you learn. Most of the answers given are always right. They are always right, but there is an answer, like in a multiple choice question, which is more right than others. So that is what happens most times, and that is how we choose the winners. The answers which are more right than others are the ones who get picked as winners. Thank you all so much, mothers, because not every mother is this willing to learn. So I really appreciate the mothers who will comment and give answers on the quiz. I appreciate you ladies so much, because it takes a lot to be that person who is willing to learn and learn to train children who are going to be healthy, wealthy, and exemplary. On Inyango, we try as much as we can to raise healthy, wealthy, and exemplary mothers. And I believe that someday, Inyango being the motherhood guide, a mother is going to get on the Inyango page and find answers to all the questions which she's searching for. Until that day, we at Inyango, I, myself, and the Inyango team, we will not rest. Till the day which a mother can fall on this page and see every question and see the answer to every question which she's looking for, we will keep working. Thank you all so much for joining today. I see a lot of people around right now. If you're around, please leave a comment so that I can acknowledge your presence before I leave. And please leave a like, and don't forget to share this video, because a lot of women out there are either struggling to give birth, or they are trying to take in after maybe giving birth to a child, and it's getting difficult. I learned from doing the research which I was doing on this topic, that a lot of things that we use as women, let me just drop this now, a lot of things that we use as women have chemicals which are reducing our chances of us getting pregnant. A lot of the things, like the the nail polish we use on our nails, when I learned about it, I was like, no, I'm not going to paint my nails this time, because I was supposed to cook eru this week. I was supposed to cook eru this week, and when I cook eru, I'm supposed to eat with my hands, right? And then I'm like, I learned that there's a chemical in nail polish which reduces your chances of getting pregnant. I'm like, what am I doing? Am I going to be eating my food, my sweet arrow, right, with that chemical which makes you not to be able to get pregnant? Like, there's a chemical in nail polish that makes you not to be able to get pregnant. There's a chemical in plastic things that make you not to be able to get pregnant. Like, there are so many chemicals that they are using to do things these days that affects us drastically, but we do not know. So please, maybe some other day, if you ladies are interested, I'll talk about things which you can avoid, to like talk about it as a topic on its own, things which you can avoid if you are trying to get pregnant. But you ladies have to let me know. It is what you want to hear that I'll talk about. So drop the topics which you want to learn in our inbox. Just let us know somehow about the things you want to learn about, and we are going to talk about it. But we have to try as much as possible as mothers to be as cautious as we can, be healthy, be wealthy, be exemplary, so that we can give birth to healthier children. Imagine in our age, we're already hearing things like there are chemicals in nail polish. There are things which we are doing, like the chances of us getting pregnant these days, like the women of today who are in age to get pregnant, is the chance of the chance of infertility are higher in our days. Then imagine in the days of our children and in the days of our children's children. Like, things are getting more chemically made, and it's just getting bad and bad for our children to come. So we have to know these things so that we as mothers can teach them, so that they can also transfer the knowledge to their children. As they say, teach a mother something and you teach a world. So that is what I brought for you today. Thank you all so much. I can see Jackie and Nanga. Thank you so much. Okay, she says, yeah, we are interested. So I'll try to make a topic on things which we are doing, things to avoid if you're trying to get pregnant. Because you might have gotten pregnant today, and then you start living some kind of life, or you're practicing some certain habits which are reducing your chances to get pregnant tomorrow. And you realize that, okay, I gave birth before, but why is it so difficult now for me to take in? It is because of the things you're doing, some environmental factors that are making you not to be able to get pregnant. So that will be it for today. And also remember that due to education, career, women are staying these days to get pregnant. Women who are above 35 have a higher chance of infertility. So please, even if you're going on with your career, just have this at the back of your mind. I'm not saying don't go on with your career, but have this at the back of your mind that from the age of 35, your chances of getting pregnant actually reduce more drastically. So I'll take a rundown of the things we talked about today to optimize your natural fertility or to help you get pregnant fast. Try to optimize general fitness, work out, eat healthy, and try as much as possible to take prenatal vitamins if you're trying to get pregnant. Folic acid is a very, very important one. Try to take 400 micrograms every day if you're trying to get pregnant, because it helps to reduce deformities in your child and helps you to get healthier babies. Ions, vitamin D, vitamin B9 are also vitamins which are important. Also for letter A stands for things which you should avoid if you're trying to get pregnant. So try to reduce alcohol if you're taking alcohol, or cut it out totally. Try to reduce caffeine. Caffeine is found in coffee, in Coca-Cola, Pepsi, those soft drinks. Some of them have caffeine. Try to cut down on your intake of them. Try to stop smoking if you're smoking as a man or a woman. For the next thing, which in the word fast, we went for letter S, which is sex. I said there are no scientifically backed sex positions which help you to get pregnant, but do what you can and do it in a way which you're comfortable, and it will help you to get pregnant. And also for men, if there is no ejaculation for greater than 5 days, it reduces sperm count. And also if there's no ejaculation for greater than 10 days, it reduces the sperm quality. So if you're trying to get pregnant, try to get your partner to have sex more often so that it increases the sperm count and the sperm quality as well. So the next thing is timing. For letter T in the word fast, try to have as much sex as you can during your fertile window. And your fertile window is from the day of your next period, 14 days backwards. I don't know, I cannot explain this very fast, but your fertile window is 1 to 2 days before your ovulation, or 1 to 2 days after your ovulation, and on that ovulation day. So try to have sex before your ovulation so there is sperm ready to fertilize your egg, which is being released. The thing here is sperm can actually last 3 to 5 days before dying, but eggs last just 12 to 24 hours before dying, and it's just one egg that is released every time you ovulate. So you have to try as much as possible to do it within that fertile window, like get the time right, and you obviously get pregnant, though the chances of getting pregnant are just 20 to 25% generally every month for you to get pregnant. So that was it for today. I've spent a lot of time here. It's almost 50 minutes. I know someday I'm going to ask a question on the quiz from this particular video. That is why I take out time to repeat the things again, so that if we are setting a question for a quiz on this video, you can get the answers right and direct. If you're participating on the quiz, try to give your answers right and direct, so that it doesn't give the team so much work to choose the winners. Again, I'm going to read out the names of the winners. The winner of the first prize is Lady Jam Meekness. The winner of the second prize, Lady Tambe Dokas. And the winner of the third prize, Lady Inda Sonita. Remember, if you win your prizes 6 times in a row, you stand a chance of getting a big prize from Inyango. So that was it for today. Thank you so much for joining, everyone, and do have a beautiful day. That was it from Inyango. And have a blessed evening, and God bless you all. If you're praying for a child, I pray that God meets you at the point of your needs. And please try to share this video. Leave a like, leave a comment if you picked something, leave a suggestion of a topic which you want us to talk about next time. And we are obviously going to talk about it. Inyango is here for you, trying to raise healthy, wealthy, and exemplary mothers so that we can have our own healthy next generation. Thank you all so much. And I hope you get pregnant fast. God bless you.